What's going on, fellas? Welcome to the Week 1 Fantasy Football Recap Show. Today we're going to go over every fantasy football game from this past week. We got 3 awards we're giving away, and we hope that nobody gets offended, and we hope to make fun of a lot of people. We're going to start off with the biggest game of the week. It was my Mr. Perfect team that is absolutely perfect going up against Team Mo-Man. This was not even a close contest. Mr. Perfect walked away with a 151 point total to Mo-Man's 90 point total. No contest there. Mr. Perfect reigns supreme. Game 2 of the week was Mr. Wonderful, Josh Moses, going up against the Enforcer AA Lee Brim. And this may come as a little bit of a surprise, with this being Lee Brim's first game in fantasy football. Lee comes away with the victory of a total of 117 points to Josh Moses' 89 points. Congratulations, Mr. Brim. Good work. Game 3 of the day was the Jericho Holics, Caleb Moses versus Mr. Mountain West himself. 2 of the past 3 years. 2 of the past 3 years. Well, Mr. Mountain West, how did you do versus Caleb Moses? Congratulations, Mr. Mountain West. 107 points to the Jericho Holics, 90. Good work, Mr. Mountain West. 2 of the last 3 years. 2 of the last 3 years. On to Big Chief Wahoo versus the Stud Stable. This was also the 5 foot and under matchup. And barely scraping by. And when I say barely, I mean barely scraping by was the Stud Stable, squeaking by 3 points, 93 to 96. Congratulations, Stud Stable. Congratulations, 5 foot and under. The next matchup was the one with all the hype. It was the one that was getting all the noise throughout the week leading up to Game 1. And that was Chase Smith, and Jam Loves the WNBA, going up against the Icon himself. The last time we saw the Icon, he was getting chokeslammed by the Phenom. So I wasn't exactly sure what to expect coming from the Icon, but all the play on the field was done, and Jam Loves the WNBA come out on top 133 to 108. So for all that talking that the Icon did last week, for all the carrying the belts and the 10 pounds of gold and I run this league, all that mess, what did it get you, Icon? It got you 1 on the loss side. You picked up the L. Step your game up next week. If you're going to talk the talk like Mr. Perfect, you got to win the game. The last matchup of the week was Tatanka versus Flair's hair. No surprise here, Flair's hair comes out with the victory. 115 points to Tatanka's 86 points. When you have multiple defenses on your team and you have multiple tight ends on your team and all you're worrying about is dating the young ladies and you're not like us big boys who've already got our women at home cooking our sandwiches and you're worried about football, that's what happens, Tatanka. Maybe in a couple years when you get a little older, get a little hair on your face, get a little hair on your chest, then you can come play with the big boys. But until then, you're just going to have to take your lumps, just like everybody else does. We got 3 awards we want to give away now. Award number 1 goes to you, Mo-Man. You won the Coaches Award. Congratulations, because you, my friend, you had the guts. You had the knowledge. You had the insight to draft Mr. Cam Newton, who put up a whopping 39 points in fantasy football this week. You had that. Wait a minute. What? No. Are you serious? He didn't have Cam Newton in the game. He had Cam Newton on the bench. Oh, but he had Ryan Fitzpatrick. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick scored 34 points. He had Eli Manning in. Eli Manning scored 18. The Coach's Award goes to you, Mo Man. Cam Newton on the bench, Ryan Fitzpatrick on the bench, and Eli Manning in the game. Congratulations, Mo Man, on your Coach's Award. The second award of the week was the Total Destruction Award. This was the biggest blowout of the day. That award goes to you, Team Mo Man, for getting absolutely hammered by 61 points. Mr. Perfect scored 151 points and your team scored 90. That is what you call total destruction. That is like the Brain Busters absolutely killing the Bushwhackers. Congratulations, Mo Man, or should I say Luke Bushwhacker, for the Total Destruction Award. Award number 3 and the final award tonight goes to you, Enforcer Double A, for the Rookie Award. This may come as a surprise that you performed this good in week 1, totaling 117 points. It comes as a surprise to me that you would have time to set your lineup with all that tobacco that you have in your mouth. But you did good. You come through with a win with 117 points. Get your lineup set for next week. We got some big games. Keep the energy going, boys. Keep it up. Because let me tell you something, Mr. Perfect, my game will be set. My game is legit. This league is legit. And dadgummit, it's fantasy football season. Woo!